Let's go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Okay, Jill.
Let's be real. Boah, let me take off my socks. Das geht nicht. Besser.
Fit is better now.
Viel besser.
Do you feel comfortable?
I feel very comfortable. What about you?
Very. Just a little bit tired, but doesn't matter. How was your day, actually? What's your plan for the next week?
My plan for the next week is probably to go visit my friend in Zurich.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then go directly from Zurich to Paris Fashion Week.
What are you doing in Zurich?
Content creation.
Do you have any plans, or are you just trying to create something?
I love to create every single day. So my friend is there because he's booked as a musician. So he's playing at a five-star hotel piano.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're trying to play some piano, but also record some things in Zurich city because it's a very nice, very pretty city.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I'm very jealous. But how do you know what to create, or how do you get some new ideas?
I get inspired by social media. Obviously, there are so many creators which you can repurpose the content, you can readjust those viral videos and put your own twist on them.
Do you have
And
any favorites or any areas? How?
specifically, I mean, there's so many industries, right?
Yes, right. But in which industry do you see yourself?
My personal profile at Jill Maurice on Instagram.
At him.
I would um, I would depict my content it's towards I would create content regarding motivation but also inspiration. So you will see a lot of content of myself in the gym, myself being a model, myself while traveling, and with some motivational quotes on them, right?
I have a question to
Yeah,
you. So, if you have three factors for motivation, what do
yeah.
you say is the most acquainted one for you?
The most important one for me to stay motivated. Is that what you mean?
What are the things that motivates you the most?
Oh,
So,
okay. Number one is my motto in life. I always want to top the better version of myself. I always want to be the best version of myself every single day. Because if I'm not doing that, I feel kind of weird. I feel inaccomplished of myself.
how
And
do you know that you are better than this version of yourself?
due to measurements for little improvements, like
Mhm.
every single day you experience different things, but rather than just seeing what went wrong, I actually reflect and brainstorm on how I can do this specifically better next time, right?
But what was the greatest experience for you?
Losing all my money.
Ooh, oh, bad. Tell me the
To be
story behind
honest,
this.
to be honest, I wish all of you guys could experience it because it just kicks in so different. If you lose it all just like that, if you got scammed, if you just did a huge mistake, you will learn so much more from it because you get so emotionally attached that you really don't want it to happen again. And that is where my mind really shifted. I think I was 17 years old. Um,
Jill, I guess the audience and I, we want to know the story behind
oh gosh, okay.
that. Ooh, real talk. Okay.
So, long story short, it all started when back in the days when I tried to build some online businesses. So I had a couple online shops. I had to build around 16 online shop in order for two to be profitable, right? So I really
About
had to
what?
try 16 times. I sold bracelets like fashion accessories, such
Mm-hmm.
as maybe your necklace, but in silver most of the times.
Mm.
But that was back in 2015, right?
Oh wow,
2015 and
only a
16,
decade ago.
a decade ago. And I was already drop shipping, so I was already using Shopify, and it only got popular maybe 6 years ago. Yeah, so I was always bef there before the trend, and this is a skill set which I actually learned, to see how markets are shifting, to use my knowledge and always try to experience new things, to evaluate what might be the next trend, right? So I was always doing that from the ground up. When I was 14 years old, I started with my first
Awesome.
online shop. Yeah, so I leveraged my social media following. I believe I had like, I don't know, 10,000 followers on Instagram back
Ooh,
then already.
with
And
14. So listen, guys.
so I had different accounts. I had a lot of people don't know that, but I've built niche pages on social media on Instagram. So I had a couple pages dedicated to amusement and gadgets and tech gadgets. Then I had a couple pages regarding makeup, actually, really.
Wow,
Yeah, and then a couple pages
that's
regarding
why you have such a
pets.
nice skin.
You're too nice. No, you have the best skin. Better
No,
better
I'm
than
kidding.
me. I don't
Tell me
use
more.
I don't use makeup. Okay, anyways, so I I saw what was I saw the return on investment on a couple of those stores, and I was narrowing it down and just focusing on a couple stores. So one time, like when I was 17 years old, I got really profitable, really, really profitable. I made so much money at this age. It's like um, very rare, in my opinion. So I took all the profits. I worked really hard for it. Nobody knew, even my parents didn't know that I owned those online shops. And then I saw this upcoming trend named Bitcoin. Yeah.
Ouch.
So I pumped everything into a Bitcoin ATM, which were still legal back in the days in Germany. So you could just cash in pure money and transfer that to your wallet address with a simple QR code. So I opened that wallet address of mine on a broker. But because I was only 16, 17 years old, um, obviously I didn't have any experience, right? I didn't know if that was the right broker, if it was regulated, etc.
But at that time, did you ever talk to anyone?
No,
No one.
no, because
Nobody know.
I always believed that if once I tell someone, or once I tell my parents, they wouldn't like me to do it, right? And it's
Maybe it would have been right.
maybe it would have been better.
Always listen to your parents. Okay,
Right, almost always.
okay. Maybe, but you've learned out of it.
They always
So
want the safe path for you. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I cashed in all my Bitcoin, transferred everything into a broker, which turned out to be a scam. So hold on, and it was kicking in so much because I was waiting to cash out 2 years. Every single week I checked my balance and I just saw it increasing. So I was already planning my whole entire life, my retirement, how to retire my parents, what real estate I'm gonna purchase. I had a whole real estate buying portfolio because I was really just trying to leverage what I would get out of this Bitcoin boom. And then I tried to cash out my money 2 years later, it just didn't work. So I was extremely upset. I tried at least 10 times. I filed that at the police station in Germany, here in our city, and they couldn't do anything because no one knew what this Bitcoin cryptocurrency was, right? It was so new, that even the police officers didn't know what to do.
Have you
So,
ever tried again?
I mean, 1 year after I filed the case, the police sent me a mail which said, "We are so sorry. You are not the only one who this happened to. but unfortunately we can't do anything about it because that brokerage, I think the location was somewhere in South Africa.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of scams happening in that specific area. Yeah. So be aware of that. Yeah. That was my lesson, life lesson. Never trust your funds to someone, to a brokerage which isn't regulated, which you really have to check in what bank account you're putting your money into. That's the first important lesson, right? Second of all, don't pump everything into one thing. Stupid. Yeah.
And read about it
And read
for
about.
yourself. Do not listen to anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that I have learned. Life lesson. Okay,
Yeah.
but that was your first important
Achievement, I would
achievement.
say,
Yes. Okay.
or a life lesson. First important life lesson.
Yes.
From that moment, I knew I was up to something because I can read upcoming trends. Like I've had this experiences with having returns on investments which were outrageous. I couldn't compare that Bitcoin investment with anything else. It's never happened before, right? So I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm up to something. Maybe there's a different cryptocurrency. Anyways, I was so shocked. I was so embarrassed of myself, so embarrassed that I couldn't even tell my parents. I
Do you
couldn't
want
even
to
tell.
share how much we're talking about? You don't want.
Oh,
You don't have to.
I don't have to, but it was already in the millions. I would have been a multimillionaire before I turned 18.
Oof.
And imagine having this sit in your mind. I lost millions of euros, which weren't even taxable back then because I held my Bitcoin over 2 years. So, anyways, yeah, just imagine investing into something, you see it rise, but then you got scammed, you can't cash out a penny. And
And
yeah,
still, you're here.
I'm still here. Yeah, because I've learned so many things from it. It's it's not I'm not meant to find a quick rich scheme. It doesn't work for me. It's not meant to be for me probably. So that's what I accepted and I just moved on, right? With all that knowledge, I took this analyzing strategies, rebuilt my strategies, applied it to different industries, and found a lot of other hidden gems, I would say. But I gotta be honest, I'm still young and I'm still trying to find my own path.
But I love your attitude that you do not give up.
Never.
What doesn't kill you make you stronger. No, but it's great because I know a lot of people who would just only give up. They will say, "What the fuck? My life is nonsense. I've lost everything." But I like
Yeah.
it that you do not give up. You take it as an experience and you move on.
And like you asked me before, what was my most valuable lesson, right?
Yes,
Or what
your
was
motivation.
my most motivational lesson, and it really was losing all my money because only then I really figured it out how to get out of this hole all by
That's really
myself.
incredible.
While failing in school, I had to repeat my class in that year. So everything, I even if I reflect back, that's why I love writing music, to kind of put me into a position where I was previously, to reflect.
But how did you manage that? All that alone?
It's
What was?
building your own mindset. So I had a couple
Wow.
strategies on how to get back on track. For me, I found that doing sports and writing music or playing
He has a
music.
great body, by the way.
Oh my gosh. I work hard for it. I'm doing sports since I'm 6 years old, nonstop, without any pause in between.
You did
That's
some
why
professional,
I,
right?
I am addicted to sports. Yeah, it's a good habit. So I did professional track and fields before. I got German champion a couple times. My goal was always to attend the Olympics now in Paris, and I'm actually very sad I didn't make it. But anyways,
Never say
I
never.
did the right choice. I did the right choice. Back in the days, I had a lot of injuries. I had too much stress regarding my school, and I made this decision rather to focus on my career, to build my own online shops, and just not really focus 100% in track and fields anymore because there was no outcome. It's the wrong sport to do in Germany. So that's what I mean. I always try to evaluate what's the best at this specific time, this moment, in this specific field, at this specific location. Because it really, to me, it's it's unnecessary to do things which don't fit the right purpose in in
Right.
this specific location, right? Why do you have to try to make something work if you know it just doesn't work, right? That's also why I've opened a company in London, because I know, hey, I'm gonna secure this company name. Plus, I'm gonna have less issues if I do my business there. But also maybe in the future, I consider moving to Dubai because it's just the right
You
fit
want to
for
leave
what
me?
I do.
Just kidding. I will join you, of course.
Yeah, join me to Dubai.
Let's go.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Habibi! Sorry, sorry.
Yeah,
But it's I think it's important that you live in the now and not in the past and not in the future. The
yeah,
future should be your motivation to see
exactly.
this is what I want to reach. But I think how you describe the things you do
Hmm.
is exactly what I would suppose to say to be perfect, to live right now. What's
Hmm.
right for the moment, for
Yeah.
this type of accusation? I don't know.
Hmm. Regarding anything, if you focus too much on the future,
You will
you
lose
will
the
not
sense
move
for
on.
now.
You will
Yes.
not move on. Exactly. If you focus too much on the past, that's why it's very funny. Back in school, I was never interested into the class called history. Never. Even there was the German War. It's always good to have some knowledge about it,
Not,
obviously.
not even about the monkeys where you come from.
Where we come from. It's just facts. What's happened already. We cannot influence the past. That's why I don't know, for some reason history doesn't really interest me, because I just look forward. I fall forward, I don't fall backwards. But yeah, coming back to
We need
what,
a second motivation.
yeah, second motivation, or my parents. There's
Oh,
nothing, in my opinion, which can motivate you more than giving back to your loved ones. Because
this is so
in
cute.
yeah, in my case, my parents are the ones who try to give me everything, who never limited me, who just try the best, to be the best for me, give me the best opportunities, right? So I want to make sure that my parents, if they're older, that they can live without any fear of financials or something else, right? That's just, I believe, me as a man, as the son of my parents, that I have to give back when I'm older, because our parents take care of us while we grow up, right? Why wouldn't we give back? It's just, for me, it's not even something to think about. It should be
Exactly.
common, right?
But would you say it is common for nowadays? Because I think it's pretty rare that someone feels that way. I do,
Yeah, I
but
feel your point. Good
yeah,
mindset. Good mindset.
but
Yeah,
you come, you are nothing without your parents. If they
exactly.
wouldn't have been, you would not have been.
Yeah,
And they
there's,
support you, they love you, they do whatever you need to grow up.
it's
And I
true.
think it's important to give them something back. I know
Mm.
they do not want that to
They
happen,
don't
but
even accept
no,
if you give them something. because that is how much this is this unconditional love.
Yeah,
And
but
this
you
is
love
so
them
rare to
back, so
find.
you should give
Exactly.
them love back.
Exactly. But yeah, you are right. It becomes more rare in my opinion also that
But why do you
people
think
want
it
to give
is?
back. Because everyone is an individual, right?
Mm.
Everyone has their individual case. Maybe there's something which really happened in their between their relationship with their parents. I don't know, but it's also, I believe, a lack of understanding. Because if you don't understand, if you cannot solve issues and problems, and that is most of the times the case. I have a couple friends who call their mom by their first name, and that's really weird to me. That
What?
is extremely weird. Or their father, they call him by the first name.
Mom, dad.
Yeah,
That's what they
it's
supposed to be named.
exactly. I don't know why people do that, but they have their reason. I accept
Mm.
everything, but maybe showing respect is extremely important. And I honestly believe that a lot of people have a too big ego
Oh yeah.
nowadays.
I think they do not see themselves as part of a society,
Yeah,
but they see themselves in the middle of their world, and
in the middle of the
everyone
world on the
needs to
next
be a
cloud.
pertinent.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Can you give me something? No? Go away.
yeah, it's people get spoiled over and over
I
again.
don't
They
like
get
that.
too many things.
Oh.
Sorry. People get people get used to things too quickly, too fast. And
And they get eager if they do not achieve more,
exactly.
or if they do not get it anymore.
True. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
to the third
The,
and last
third and last
motivation.
motivation. Ooh, my third and last motivation is really, it's very, very funny. I want to be able to tell a great story when I'm old.
Oh, you want to be known?
To my no, even I'll do that for my children.
But would you say it's like that you have a purpose in life? Something like this? Or is it just that you want to be proud of yourself when you get older to tell someone?
Actually, my goal is to have an international impact, not regarding money or fame, whatever it is, but something which really helps society. Whatever it is, my dream is to build this huge company, like huge success stories such as Amazon or Apple, whatever it is. It doesn't need to be in the tech scene, but it is just so extremely inspiring to me because they created real impact. Like these are just a handful of people in this world which influenced the whole entire world and the system, and people can see it for granted, and or people can take it for um, people can take it to their take it can use them for their own advantage. You get my point. So for to me, the internet is really a gift. You can leverage so many things. You can reach a very broad audience just like that. Like you can talk in front of 10,000 viewers without them being in the present at the same location. What the hell? So my goal will be to gain more experience, being able to share my thoughts, my experiences, to inspire people. It's not to show off, it's really to show people what they can do, that their outrageous dreams are always
To motivate.
attainable. Yeah. I
But
want to motivate people.
I think what you should always remember, I think the people around you, you did something to them to remember you.
Yeah,
I can tell
exactly.
you from my point of view that you're someone I will always remember because you
Oh,
smile
that
and
is sweet.
you just
Likewise, likewise, likewise.
oh oh cutie. No, but I know what you mean. You want to give something back to the society,
Yeah,
to do something creative, something that will change, something that will stay. But I can tell you as a friend, you already did this. Just to laugh.
That is sweet. Thank you. One more thing. There's a very important example. If someone is begging me for money, even on the street, for example, I usually I don't give them money anymore. It has a reason. It's not because I don't want to help. I'm actually helping with the gesture, not giving them money. Rather than that, I would try to give them advice. Maybe next time I will give them food, but advice is most of the times worth, not most of the times, advice is worth more than money.
It is because they learn, or you teach them that they
I
can
teach them,
stand up
yeah,
and go work, for example,
I
or
don't
to
even
do
need,
something, or just
mhm,
to think about goals in life. If you just give them money, they don't need to think. They just sit there. Oh, they give me money.
yeah.
Perfect. I don't need to get up.
So it's not helpful to support someone with money because, like I said, I've experienced having no money and building everything from zero at least 3 times. So most important, I wish I had this people telling me what to do or getting me back on track because I never had that. I always had to get myself up by myself. And
But now you're
me,
not alone anymore.
and me just trying to lift people up, give them one single advice which will just change their whole thinking about something, that will definitely help. So that is my goal, to be able to inspire, change people's thoughts, see things from a different perspective. That's why I love to do so many things, because I am an all-arounder. I love to do multiple things. I love to create.
Okay.
I don't want to I don't really want to focus on just one thing. It's so boring. I want to do a lot of things, that my life is entertaining to myself, that I won't regret that I am not trying, or that I didn't try this. That my biggest fear is to regret that I didn't try. Yeah.
It's just so lovable because I think this is just a point of view that anyone can learn and anyone
Yeah.
can have without any special features. I don't know. Just to say, I do everything I can and I
Mhm.
will get better.
Yeah, if it doesn't work out, man, there are a billion things that you
But you
can
have
do
to
instead.
try it
But
out,
yeah, if you
just
don't
like
try,
Jill.
if you
No,
don't try, nothing will happen, and you will just stay at the same place. And you should you're trying to improve, right? So you better work your ass off.
good like Jill.
That was so cool.
Great.
Wollen
I
wir es
love it.
abschließen?
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening,
Bye
guys.
bye.
See you next time. Alter,
Ja, voll geil.
Dankeschön. Ey, ich lieb's mit dir.
Hey, lass das mal öfter machen. Ich finde das
Ich
voll lustig.
lieb's.